Hey everybody, Mark Herman, aka LA Bengals fan on most of the major platforms, and I am joined here by superfans Devin Circus and Heath Goldman, and this is the Week 15 recap of Jungle Talk. Hey, you know
Yeah,
what? We find it's a dub. I know, but I'll take it. We finally saw the team we thought we would be seeing all year. Granted, albeit against the Tennessee Titans, but raise your glasses and let's go. Hooday! There we go.
yeah.
So, Game, you know what? I got to give this team credit. Game did not start out well. It started out the way we didn't want it to start. Penalty. We had an undrafted rookie commit a penalty on the very first play of the game. Clearly, it was designed for him. That's why we're sneaking him out, and just and then he's on the sidelines, and we're playing from behind the sticks, and Burrow throws an interception, and we're down 7-0. And I'm like, oh, okay. Um, I was going to complain about the officiating, but it was equally bad on both sides.
For sure.
I mean, the pass interference, I thought they were calling it. They basically gifted the Titans first touchdown, but then we got the same calls on the other side. So no complaints. They were equally poor calls. But what were your thoughts? Hey, we didn't sweat one out. At least.
No, it did what we. It was a weird game, an ugly game, a lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties, and Burrow did what he did, and it's kind of fun when Jamar Chase felt very quiet in that game, but 9 for 94, a couple of targets in the end zone, couldn't get him one. T had a nice game. Chase Brown ran the ball well, and on defense, it felt like an episode of Oprah. You get a pick, you get a pick, you get a
Yeah,
pick.
no, yeah, no. That's a. Wasn't there? I think they said 10 turnovers total in the game.
10 turnovers and 25 penalties.
Something like that. No,
Uh,
it was this
Made history.
crew.
We made history today, though.
What was the history today?
Whatever combination of what you guys just said was like it was there was the most
yeah.
penalties with the most yards or in something or I don't know in a long.
It was something first game in like 25 years with that many picks, with 10 turnovers and 25 penalties.
Now Burrow got another 300-yard passing game. So that's five. No, he didn't.
He needed five.
Seven.
He needed five touchdowns to go with it.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, uh, but no, it was a weird game. And then Jordan Battle. First of all, we got cheated out of two swooping scores because this refereeing crew, I felt like they had it in for us. I mean, they blew the whistle dead. They usually always let the play out and then decide if they're going to have Levis down. And in this case, they stopped the play, so we got the ball, but we had to drive it downfield. We didn't get that swoop and score. And then Battle gets his swoop and score. Here's his moment, and he's planning a celebration before he crosses the goal line.
I don't think that was the case. I think he felt the runner close to him. He went to switch hands to the right side. He had the runner coming in on his left. I don't know.
I think he was planning a celebration. That's what I think. So
it's possible, Heath, but I think he was planning a celebration or getting ready to celebrate. It's possible, though.
I can't argue, but I did see the angle that the defender was taking.
It was Ridley
on that arm.
So. Ridley coming in on him,
right.
but
you could be right.
But he wasn't that close from one of the other angles. And I just, like I said, it was the Leon Lett moment. I mean, that's it. So, with BB chasing him down, but go ahead.
We're definitely in garbage time with this team. I know we're still not mathematically eliminated, although that might be by the end of the day. There's a couple things that I do want.
No, it won't be by the end of the day. No.
Eliminated today because Denver plays Indy.
Yeah.
Okay. So one more week. But either way, there's a couple things I want to mention that I think that are just important. I know we talked a couple weeks ago that we wanted to kind of see what some of players we had. I got to tell you, after the first penalty or bad beat, the left tackle actually showed that maybe there's a little bit of depth there. I mean, we got to look at some of the positives for next year. I mean, we need some depth on the offensive line, and I thought that kid played a hell of a game after he blew that first sack to Burrow.
Cody Ford's been solid. He's been solid.
Cody Ford didn't play today. That was Cochran.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
That was Cochran. What the hell? Cody Ford had an illness before the game.
Well, Sheldon Rankins has an illness, and it's been
Well,
3 weeks.
I read somewhere, and I don't know if this is encephalitis, is what I read.
There's a
Somebody
rumor that
mentioned
I don't even know
that.
what that.
That
I'd have to. I was going to say I'm going to have to Google that one and I can't.
I don't know how that many weeks it's but yeah, Rankins. I mean, we miss Rankins in the middle. There's no question. BGL had a couple good plays, but we're soft in the middle. We're soft.
Hold on, I was finishing a few things. So the left tackle, yes, Devin.
It was Cochran, yeah, it's Cochran.
Cody Ford has been solid for us, but that wasn't him.
Mm-mm.
The other thing, that kid got about 3 jumping penalties, and then almost got his first career touchdown. Gandy, that was just worth something to mentioning. But the thing that really bothered me about this game, unless I'm completely mistaken, I did not hear Miles Murphy name one time in this game.
No, and Jenkins.
Devin's peeking to confirm it. I mean, at some point, a first-round pick has got to show us that he's got something.
No.
he only had 1 tackle.
So he was in there. Jenkins was in there too. I saw him in the middle a bunch of times. I don't know how many plays he had.
I'm okay not hearing Jenkins' name. He's in the middle clogging stuff up, but Miles Murphy's supposed to be on the outside putting some pressure with Trey.
Especially after Hubbard goes down. You know, Hubbard gets the touchdown, but then injures his knee. By the way, Joe Burrow goes right. If you notice at the end of the play, Joe Burrow, because after Hubbard spiked it, Joe Burrow ran in the end zone and got the football and then took it over to Hubbard. So I guess Hubbard wasn't thinking about, I mean, he's had a touchdown before, but not a reception. So Burrow thinking about his teammates there. But even with Hubbard out, we should have heard Murphy's name. I 100% agree. It's just another example of someone who's not panning out. I'm not calling him a bust yet because we have next season, but certainly not living up to the first round grade.
Absolutely have beat him up all year. CTB had a solid game. Now I know Levis isn't throwing downfield, so we never really had to cover, but he made some hard tackles. He got the interception. He did some things that I'd like to see from a kid that's been embattled all year.
Right. Well, Geno Stone, our whole secondary. Newton got burned a couple times, but then Newton was one of the tips that led to another pick, and so, like I said, overall, I saw the secondary flying around.
I think, right? Didn't Newton get a pick also?
I don't think he got a pick. I think he was the one who tipped the ball. That
I think they miscalled it at the time, Devin. I think you're right. They called it Newton, but it wasn't Newton. It was CTB.
Oh, Newton had a pick.
Did he?
That's crazy.
Yeah, interception. Yeah, he did. Yeah, interceptions. Stone, Britt, Newton, Hilton.
At the end of the day, we thought we had some talent back there with, maybe Newton coming on, CTB, Battle being young. I mean, if they can start to show us something in the last 5 or 6 games, we've got to obviously draft on the line. But I mean, at least you start to have some semblance of a possible defense.
Yeah, and all those guys are on rookie contracts, so they're going to be starting next year.
Newton, these are invaluable snaps for him, and he showed well in preseason. So, real happy. Well,
Battle's been playing a lot and doing well. Dax Hill will be back next year. Newton, obviously, second year. CTB will be third year. I mean, Newton will be second year next year. CTB will be third year next year. Hilton will be gone. Stone may or may not be back.
No, Stone will be back for the money we're paying him. He'll be back. He's not a big cap hit, and he's actually looked better the last few weeks. He's got a couple interceptions. So
correct.
Yeah, so Stone will be back. No, we need to focus on edge rushers and what's that?
I think we had him on a 2 anyways.
Yeah, but when in the beginning, everybody was saying he's an easy cut candidate. To Mark's point, he's only 3 or 4 million on the books.
Yeah, it's not a big number. So you keep him for depth.
Even if they sign or draft another safety, they'll keep him because it's not a big hit. It's less than 5 million, I want to say.
Yeah. So
we looked at that a couple weeks ago.
So, but and the thing that's the least likely that we have to root for the most is the 2 losses from Indianapolis. Now we're probably going to get one today in Denver. So, and the other things I'm not discussing. Obviously, we need to beat Denver, which is not an easy task, but at least we control that. But we need that second loss out of Indianapolis. I don't have their schedule in front of me, but It's a soft schedule. It's that second loss out of Indy we need. I mean, we could do everything right, win all our games, and if Indy doesn't lose two, we're not going to be getting in. And this is where
Well,
we're.
the other problem is Denver. We need Denver to win today and then lose three straight. And it's three tough games. But look, it's too early to start talking playoffs.
Right.
We need too much.
Playoffs? Playoffs? You're talking
Good.
playoffs? I'm sitting here thinking. I'm sitting here thinking about the off season and where you guys are still sitting.
Oh, I'm just,
mathematically, I get it. But I mean, you just watch the game, and I'm sitting there. I got bad Devin on one side. I got good Devin on the other side. Talking about number 5, and just you look at it when he is healthy, though, he is just elite along the side number 1. And I just hope. I know they're not watching our show, but I just hope MB and the rest of the Blackburn family could just watch it one time and just figure out how to get this done, because it needs to get done in the offseason, especially if Joe has to redo his contract, which I would surprise me if he was willing to do a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it on the preview show, and it became official on Friday. T did leave that agent, however we want to refer to him. And he shares an agent with Jamar, which is interesting.
Right. No. And
I didn't watch the show yet.
We have the money. We have nowhere else other than Trey. There's nowhere else we need to spend the money. So let's keep both of them in the fold. We average, what did they say today? I think I heard we average 2 yards more per play when T is in the game than when he's not in the game. I mean, that's a huge thing. So, I mean, we're a better team with T. Joe wants him there. We all want him there. Let's make that happen. That's my offseason dream. Will they make the postseason or not? Because I don't think this defense is geared up. We can make some noise in the postseason with our offense, but I don't think we have enough horses on defense to make a deep run. Nope. So, having T was my offseason. That's what I want more than anything. Is T and Jamar extended. Go ahead.
Mark, and we showed that really against the Commanders. We showed that against the Eagles. We showed that against the teams that are going to be able to make a run in the playoffs. We just don't have the horses right now.
No, but we can. We are a very scary team.
What are you looking at, Devin?
We are a scary team. So
no, just looking.
I thought you were looking at something.
But all right. Well, I want to thank you both for being here. I know it's holidays. People are in town. It's very difficult, and I do appreciate it. This is one of the things that makes our show different from other shows is we give everybody something right after the game. So you're going to get your other shows, tomorrow, Tuesday, and so on, recapping it, but we give you something today. So I do appreciate you guys being available. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. It's all we ask. Support the channel on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up for us. It helps us out with the YouTube analytics. Let me see. I had some notes here, but this game was so bizarre. It'll be interesting to see next week how we do. We got the Browns next week, right? We go home for the Browns. Is that okay? So, if we can continue this ball hawking kind of thing, because just like Will Levis
gave us, help us out with that.
Yeah, well, Will Levis gave us a lot. He helped us out a lot today. I got to say, this is the best middle 8 we've ever played. The closing out the quarter and then coming out, forcing the punt, and this was the best. We really took over the game at that point. So, and it should have been a bigger lead, with Battle, but best middle 8 we've played. But it was just a weird game. I'm hoping we get the same ball hawking stuff with the Browns next week. So
Winston was awful, got benched. DTR finished it out, but I would still expect Winston to start next week.
Yeah.
Winston was 16 of 25 with 3 picks, and DTR finished up.
Went down the wrong side.
We both had full houses, and we couldn't get either one of the sons full nests, and you could get either one of the sons to pop on in.
Yeah, no, and they're there, but it's okay. Like I said, I appreciate you guys taking the time out to do this. I'm trying to see if there was any. Oh, by the way, I think there was a pretty good showing of Bengal fans there today, because when T. Higgins made plays, you heard the T chant on the TV. So there had to be. Now I know it's a homecoming for him.
We always travel well down there. It's an easy trip.
Yeah. And I know that it's also T is from Knoxville, just outside of Knoxville. So it's a return home for him. But you could hear it on the TV when he got the touchdown. You could hear the T chant. So there definitely was orange in the stands. We didn't get a lot of shots into the stands.
He took that hit on about the 3-yard line. I'm thinking to myself, dude, just get up. I don't want to listen to Devin on this show.
So, and then the last thing I have in my notes here was the interception that the second interception that Burrow threw. I thought he was forcing that to Chase. He didn't need to. It was a third down play. Take what they're giving you and let's keep the drive going. I thought that was one where he got a little greedy. The one he underthrew Chase on.
If he doesn't underthrow him, the safety doesn't get there, and it's probably a touchdown. But yeah, it was a risky throw. No need.
And on a third down, but other than that, I mean, like I said, overall, hey, we weren't on the edge of our seats getting gray hair today.
I don't think he saw that. I don't think he saw that safety, because if you look at that play again, the only person that was going to catch that ball was Chase or out of the end zone. I don't think originally
out of the end zone. It was short of the goal line.
No, it was way underthrown.
He underthrew it. But what I'm saying is, if he had actually put the ball where Joe usually puts the ball, it was either Chase or out of the end zone. I don't think he saw that safety even come out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah, but
he brought the safety into that play by underthrowing it. But that goes to Mark's point of why force it.
Yeah, it was a third down. If there were you have two defenders right there, a safety and a corner in the screen. That means somebody else has single coverage. Giuseppe, there's got to be a better Brown, somebody else. Take what they're giving you.
It'll be interesting to see one last comment. I know Devin wants to get the hell out of here. I do too. It'll be interesting to see what they end up doing with Giuseppe, because the guy has definitely proven that he's a benefit on this team. And with Alt coming off an ACL, it might make sense to put a little money to Giuseppe and be able to have all try to come back and play healthy for a year.
He wants to come back. He said this week he wanted to come back. So he's
a nice fit. He's a nice fit.
Yeah, agreed.
He's much more athletic than the one with long hair a couple of years ago that we let go to the Panthers. I don't remember.
Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst. But you know what? Giuseppe's had his contracts. He's on. He had the contract coming out. So I think sometimes these guys you find a quarterback you like working with. It's not about the money so much as it is, being in a winning situation. So
real quick, Devin, if you can talk to Jake and see if we end up doing the show on Thursday, I think I might be able to. Maybe we'll do all five. If we get all five of us, so that'd be fun for 1 week while we got the kids home.
Yeah,
I think I can do that on Thursday.
Excellent. Well, there you heard it. We might have a full house on Thursday's preview of it's Clown Week, so we're playing the Browns. So, but
Wednesday night, I'm a big outing in the Goldman House. We're going to see the Cal UNLV game. My cousin is the long snapper for Cal. He's the senior. He's getting his first start of his career.
That's awesome.
So we're all going to the game to support him.
Very cool. That's awesome. One last one, quick one, and then
and then we'll go watch the Lions. Buffalo.
Cam Gundy, you're never gonna get another chance to score again. Reach out and get that ball across the goal line.
Yeah, no.
Get your touchdown.
Listen, get your touchdown and don't start the game.
To the sideline, it would have been a tough way to get him to that. I could have just seen him going like this and fumbling on the one, and then I was sitting here ripping him apart.
We'll never know what there was going to be the first play of the game, because they know they're keying on Chase and T and Brown and all that, and they slip this unsigned free agent out at his first. No one knew he was there. I don't know what the play was, but it might have been big.
I must have missed that play. I got to go back and watch.
It's the very first play. We got the 5 yard. He moved. We got the 5 yards, and he went off the field. And I was like, nobody even knew he was out there until he committed the penalty, and there had to be a big play plan for that. So
I had Riley for the first quarter, and I looked at him. I said, "Here's the thing about the undrafted rookie free agent. He was going to get that play because he needs to be leaving early on the left side with uncovered. If it wasn't for him,
he just couldn't. He was too anxious.
Sure.
He knew he was getting the ball. I'm telling you, I'm just curious what the play was going to be, because we never got to see it even snap because of the false start. So we just
all right. Let's look forward to let's see what we can pull all this together on Thursday and do a fun show.
you got it. Sounds good. So
All right, boys.
Yes.
all right, everybody. Hey, listen, support the channel. Have a great rest of your day. And I'm going to say, who did everybody? Take care.
Good day.